Hi everybody and welcome to another video on my channel. In this video we're going to talk about where to put your pressure through your feet throughout your golf swing. So the first most common mistake I see when players set up to the golf ball is they push their bum back, because we've all been told that we've got to have angles set in our golf swing. So firm angles, meaning the lines that we can see from the spine to the hips to the knees and so on. So they stick their bum out and stick their upper body out like so, which essentially dumps all the weight back into the heels. Now what I get players to do from there is I stop them moving their shoulders and try and get them to rotate their hips, and they'll feel very tight in the back, very tight in the hammies and the hip line, and they really struggle from there to create any rotation. So this bum back sat in the heels actually allows them as well to get too close to the golf ball. So they get this false space being created here by pushing the bum back, and then they're too close. And ultimately it still appears like there's loads of room there, but what we see with golfers who have way too much weight in the heels is they swing to the top, they limit their ability to rotate from being sat in the heels, and then they're trying to regain their balance that's going to be lost backwards by thrusting back forward into the toes, and then all of a sudden that false space is lost. Now they're struggling and they hit those heel strike shots and they have to throw the club head at the ball. So the first no-no is sitting back in the bum, sitting back with the weight. I always like to use the analogy of the skis. I asked a student if they ski. If so, we're always told that if we sit back in our skis, the skis are going to fly from underneath us. So it's a little bit more important. It's more important, should I say, to get the pressure moving a little bit further forward. So that's number one. Too far back into the heels is no good. You're going to lose balance back. Then you're going to try and thrust forward with the hips, and then you've lost all that space. Number two, too much pressure through the toes. So I seem to remember when I was growing up, I was told I need to put the weight forward, pressure through the toes. And actually, if we do that also, we put pressure through the toes, now I've got a problem that I'm potentially going to fall forward in the downswing. So as I swing back, there's a tendency to want the body mass to be falling this way, and the same thing's going to happen. I'm going to try and stand to counter that and regain my balance. So I guess what I'm saying here is too much weight in the heels is going to send you forward. Too much weight in the toes is going to you're going to try and back up to regain your balance. Both are not allowing for rotation. So what we try and do with the students is get players to put a pool noodle on the ground or some balance discs. In this case, I've got the flagpole here, and I'm going to get the player to stand there with it through the arches and see where they tend to move towards. You can see here I'm sat in the heels. It's almost like I'm losing my balance. So this then encourages a student to press the knees a little bit more over the toes like so. I can now feel the weight a little bit more here, and actually then when I hold the club, I feel like I'm in a very loose, smooth position here. So I feel like I've got a lot of rotational potential from just the position I have the weight through the balls of the feet. If I sit back here, all of a sudden this is a lot more restricted, and then if I sit way too far in the toes, same again, limiting my ability to rotate. So we try that. We have a station here where you're finding the balls of the feet into the ball, finding the balls of the feet, almost having this kind of knees movement like this. And focus on where you're finishing throughout your golf swing. Are your hips rotating? Are you feeling loose through that midsection? I think that's really going to help you if you struggle with that rotational element. I have people come for sessions who believe they don't have any flexibility, they can't rotate, they struggle with rotation, but it's purely down to where the pressure is through the balls of the feet. So hope that makes sense. Any questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will respond. And if you've liked this video, please like and subscribe, and I can continue producing it. Thank you.